Well, on a major job, I'll oftentimes go back and forth various things just to give myself a little variety. This is straightening the pins. These pins were twisted by someone at some point back in time to increase the fit of the pin to the key. By twisting them, you can make them a little tighter for a time. It's not really a top-notch repair, but it's what you can do it with these pins because they're oval. And as they go to the side, they'll put more pressure on the outside of the key. But since I'm re-felting everything, I can take these back to where they're supposed to be. I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. That pin goes this way. That pin has a twist that way. And this one has a horrible twist. So that's how this repairman dealt with the key felts wearing. So they have to be put back into position. It's not the hardest job in the world. And they would say, hey, that's what the customer wanted. You know, I asked them if they wanted to pay me to go ahead and redo everything properly, but they didn't. Okay. I understand that. One problem is that twisted pin doesn't really offer the exact same feel as a correct pin. I work them, right back to absolute correct. You'll notice I grab the pin low because this is the part that the felt touches down here. It does not. Like that. I've never seen pins turned this much ever. But then again, I'm no expert. I use the paper to keep the wrench from hurting the pin. And I don't use a clamping wrench because I don't want there to be enough pressure to cause any trouble. One of the differences between a skilled craftsman and a non-skilled craftsman is that someone who's careful in their work checks everything they do, make sure it's correct. And we'll make micro adjustments to bring it into absolute precise position. It's that checking quality control. It's a large part of professional attitude. I don't care how careful you are when you do work, you can make small errors. And whether I'm working on weapons or these things, I do take the time to go back and do it again. It's true for all workmanship. Bicycles are another hobby of mine. Bicycles, and try to make sure that the work is totally precise. Sometimes you need to take a little break and come back when you're fresh mentally. They're only off by a couple degrees, but this is the time to get them absolutely precisely lined up. This has a little different leverage because it's a vice grip. I don't have it set where it's going to grip, but I can give it a little bit. I get a little break. My hand I don't want to close down on it. I want it close, but I don't really want to lock on it. That one's not doing it. It's a stronger hand than this one is. Okay, these are correct. These don't get turned, these do. These are the sharps and flats, and it's typical that far fewer of them would be out of position. And if they are out of position, they'll be out of position much less. And I would say that in this instance, it's true to form. Very few that are out, and they're not out a whole bunch. It's a harder fit for me to get in here. No matter how I try to come in, it's going to be more difficult than these. somebody may make a tool that slides over these and allows easier twisting, but I don't have it. A lot of these are out. As a matter of fact, every one of them is twisted in this section. Well, that's because this is where all the playing takes place. When I get fatigued, which I am physically right now, then I stop and I won't do any more work on this. Anytime your body shows any signs of fatigue with restoration, you want to stop, absolutely stop, and don't keep going, because that's where you start to make your mistakes and get careless. But we do know that up to here, they're straight. And then from here to here, I have some adjustments, but those are clean. And then the next thing will be to polish them all out. And then keep on working on cleaning up the wood.